Phil Robertson was talking at a prayer rally last Friday, which he had recently, of course, talked about other things during this speech, saying how it'd be okay if an atheist family got raped because they don't believe in God anyway. So, because there's no right and wrong, so, that'd be fine if that happened, right? Well, he also, in the same speech, started comparing liberals to Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, and Emperor Hirohito, and ISIS. Why? Because they don't believe in Jesus.
You know what the scary thing is? The fifth ideology right in behind all this bunch we're dealing with now has its roots in the United States of America. You know how many they've killed? You say, who are they? People call them left-wing loons, Bill O'Reilly calls them. You say, political correct crowd, Orthodox liberal opinion. You say, what are they famous for? They've killed 63 million of their own children. 63 million, more than Hitler, more than Stalin. We're slaughtering ourselves. You say, who's behind it? Their father is. He was a murderer from the beginning. They are slaves to sin. They are controlled by the evil one. Duh.
Duh. You want to talk about political correctness, Phil? You want to talk about political correctness? Fuck you. How's that for being politically correct? You are a homophobe. You are a bigot. You are not a good Christian. You are a terrible Christian. You are a hateful man. You are a hateful bigot. And nobody should want anything to do with you. You're also a fraud. Yeah, you're a fraud. How's that for being politically correct? How's that? Liberals are the devil. They're slaves of sin. What a bunch of bullshit. But he's not done. He's not done. He has more to say.
They champion perversion. They champion murder, aborting their children. And they are champions of lies. I mean, I'm listening to them thinking, do what? Yeah, this bunch here, they're the kind that holds on, that clings to their guns and their Bibles. I'm thinking, yeah. We may need them.
Oh, you might need them. Against who? You planning to shoot liberals too? From your kind of bullshit rhetoric, that makes you think that maybe some people would take your rhetoric seriously. I mean, after all, if you see liberals as worse than Hitler and Stalin and servants of the devil, don't you think a demented mind would pick up a gun and say, hey, you know what? I got my gun, I got my Bible. That atheist, that liberal, is a tool of Satan. Why don't I just do God's work? You don't think that's what happens? You don't think that's what goes through some people's minds? That's how they see it, man. That's how they see it. You don't think that that kind of rhetoric leads to violence against gay people, against liberals, against atheists, against abortion doctors? Hello, Dr. Tiller? O'Reilly called him the baby killer, and guess what? Somebody killed him. A proud conservative Christian, a God-fearing Christian, murdered Dr. Tiller because of this kind of bullshit rhetoric. This kind of hateful, bigoted rhetoric. Phil Robertson is nothing more than a hateful man. He says, no, I'm God's love. God's love seems pretty shitty. Apparently God only loves things that are exactly what the incredibly right-wing fanatical Christian fundamentalist is like. Oh, he only loves those people, according to them. Odd. How God apparently also hates everybody that challenges fundamentalists. I wonder if there's another group that thinks that way. I wonder. He's nothing but a hateful man. Look, you think you can reach out to people? I mean, the whole thing, let's take the slogan of communication, not agitation, for example. You think you can reach out to these people and talk sense? You think you can work with these people? You think you can work with people who hold this kind of hateful, divisive rhetoric? When people say and think that you are the devil, do you expect them to work with you? Do you expect to be able to have any sort of meaningful dialogue? No. And to the Christians out there, is this guy who does he represent you? Does he represent your beliefs? Do you literally believe that all liberals are Satan? Are tools of the devil out to destroy you and America and Christianity and everything that's holy and good? Is that what you believe? Do you want this guy to speak for you? Do you? I mean, if you do, then okay, great. Good for you. But if you're actually a Christian that believes, I don't know, in Jesus and forgiveness and love and peace, then this guy is the complete opposite of what you believe. And he shows it. Every time he opens his mouth, every time he talks, he's showing you the opposite of what Jesus wanted you to do.